we're gonna do something different this time. I read this article the other day, and it was talking about like falling in love with your partner again, and it gave 36 questions. I guess it was like a scientific experiment where they gave people these questions, and then at the end of it, like, you know, your partner more deeply, or you fall in love with them all over again. I'll link it down below so you guys can read it. But I got the questions, and so I thought that it would be a good idea for us to sit down and do it. We've been married for almost 7 years now, so things like this, you know, sometimes can open doors to things that we don't normally discuss, I guess, right? Okay. So we're gonna go through the first set of questions. There's 3 sets of questions. I have them here, and we're gonna answer. We're both gonna answer. Okay, so the first set of questions. The first question is, given the choice of anyone in the world, whom would you want as a dinner guest?
My parents.
Why do you want to cry?
I don't know.
Maybe like Mother Teresa. I just want to see like how she saw, like how she could love so much, you know, and to kind of like learn that, because I get annoyed with people really easily. That dedication and just leaving it all behind, and like I think I'd want to know how her mind worked. Question 2 is, would you like to be famous, and in what way? Like an actor, a singer?
I would like to be famous as an actor.
I would like to be famous for the things that I do.
You know what? Not as an actor, maybe for doing good things for people, like Ellen, something like that.
I think I don't want fame because I want like the money, or I don't want like the notoriety, like for people to know who I am when I go out on the streets. I want fame because, like, if I were to be famous, it was because like I helped like millions and millions of people around the world. Something like, you know, Tony Robbins feeding all these people kind of thing, but I don't know, without the motivational speaker part, I guess. Question 3, before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you are going to say, and why?
Dependiendo a quién voy a llamar.
Why?
No sé si es una llamada simple, pero si tengo que llamar a alguna cita importante o algo así, practico lo que voy a decir y que me van a contestar.
I do, because, excuse me, you know, like one of the hardest things for me is to have tact. You know, so with people, when I talk to people, I'm very blunt and I say things the way that I see them. I do like to think about what I'm going to say before I say it, because I don't want to make somebody feel bad. Unless it's like a friend, then I don't. I'm just kind of like, hey. Okay, next question. What would constitute a perfect day for you? Do you want me to go for a second? Okay. A perfect day for me obviously would be sleeping in. I mean, we don't really sleep in past 6:30 a.m. anymore, so sleeping in, not having to clean anything. Breakfast is already made. I just sit down and eat my breakfast and have my hot coffee, and I don't have to warm it up in the microwave all day. I love when we're all together, so like with my mom and my sister, and we're just doing something, whether we, I don't know, go on a walk or just come home and not have to worry about like the home stuff that I have to do, like the cleaning and the cooking and the laundry and things like that. You?
Yo creo que lo mismo.
No.
No tener que preocuparte por nada de la casa.
Yeah, just like a worry-free day. 5. When did you last sing to yourself or to someone else? I'd sing to Luna every night before I put her down. So I sang to her last night, and then to myself the other day when I was sitting in the couch.
Oh, no, wait. Anoche te canté.
Yeah?
Anoche cuando estábamos, I was making fun of you. Canté, qué miedo.
Oh, yeah, yeah. He was being silly. Okay. 6. If you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the mind or body of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of your life, which would you want?
I would retain my body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. 7. Do you have a secret hunch about how you will die? How do you think you're going to die?
No, I don't think I have a secret hunch. I'm just scared. No, I'm just scared of dying like quemado.
Oh, you don't want to die then. I think for me, it's because we've been watching all these crazy shows. I think like I'm gonna be murdered or something, which is so bad, but we need to stop watching these shows.
Seriously?
We've been watching Don't F with Cats, and we're watching right now Dirty John, and they're both like real life stories of like creepy men. So yeah. Number 8. Name 3 things you and your partner appear to have in common.
Music. I think the second one is we like to sit on the couch and watch a movie at the end of the night on our weekends.
Drinking. We both like to enjoy like a beer, like you said. We'll sit down and watch a movie.
Well, that's relaxing at the end of the night and on weekends. But
so we like to have a drink. I like to have wine. He likes beer. Our love for Luna, obviously. I think we're both like outgoing in the sense that like if we go to like in an environment where we tend to be like very like lively people. I don't know what the word is, but
yeah,
I think that we have that in common. So it's not like we go somewhere and he's like and I'm all like yay.
Todo lo que hacemos juntos lo compartimos, tenemos muchos gustos parecidos.
Number 9. For what in your life do you feel most grateful?
My daughter.
Yeah, that's the first thing. Like I think because of everything I went through, that I see her. Now I'm gonna cry. That I see her, and I think that that's what I'm most grateful for, because there was a point where I felt like I didn't deserve to be pregnant, and we were trying and it kind of felt like it wasn't gonna happen, and I felt like it was a punishment for the things that I did in the past, and so I see her, and that's why she's the thing that I'm most grateful for. Number 10. If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be?
Haber ido más a la escuela.
Well, I think that one thing that if I could change, that I see that, I mean, there's a couple. I mean, obviously, right? No one's perfect, but I think that I really, really, really would have liked to experience what it was like living in Mexico. I really wish my mom would have let me stay for a school year, or because I really wanted to know what that was like, and it's something that I still want to do, because I always wanted to do it and I was never able to do it. So I think that's one thing I would change, because I really liked being out there. I really liked the culture. And so, yeah, I think that's one thing. Number 11, take 4 minutes and tell your partner your life story in as much detail as possible. My God. 4 minutes starts now.
Yo crecí en una familia donde no es que no te mandaran a la escuela, pero era mejor. Tenemos una fábrica de dulces y era mucho mejor para mi papá en su idea de quedarte a trabajar en lugar de ir a la escuela, y por eso es de que yo quisiera haber cambiado el haber estudiado más. No es que no haya estudiado, pero lo que estudié, todo lo que hice fue porque lo hice por mí, porque yo solo me empujaba. Fueron muy buenos mis papás conmigo, me enseñaron muy buenos principios. Mis hermanos todos siempre tienen una muy buena relación con ellos. Fui un poco vago, callejero, de andar jugando en la calle. Pero siempre fui muy cuidadoso de lo que hacía. I don't know what else to say. Tuve una muy buena relación con mis amigos. Los pocos amigos que tuve fueron mis verdaderos amigos hasta que tomé la decisión de cuando me vine a vivir contigo. Ya cambió demasiado mi relación con ellos, incluso con mi primo. La relación con mis hermanos y con mi familia aún sigue, más con mis hermanas y con mis papás que con los dos de mis hermanos, pero así que siempre ahí están. No sé, tuve prácticamente una vida, puedo decir, normal, como una familia normal en México, porque es muy diferente a la vida que se tiene aquí. Pero dentro de lo que cabe tuve unos papás que siempre me cuidaron y siempre me dieron todo lo que ellos pudieron darme. Hay muchos detalles que no me va a ajustar en 4 minutos para contar, porque mi papá hizo muchas cosas que no me gustó que hacía mi mamá, y en parte de eso me gustó haber crecido y haber aprendido y no crecer como mi papá, crecer haciendo todo lo contrario que él hacía, y eso es con lo que trato día a día de ser el mejor esposo. Porque no sé. I don't know. I don't like this game.
I don't like this game.
No es fácil ser el mejor pero creo que trato día a día de no ser como fue mi papá, porque no me gusta cómo trataba mi mamá.
So then, cuando te viniste aquí, what happened? Like, what happened when you got here?
Cambió mi vida totalmente y ya empecé a conocer cosas nuevas, y después nos casamos, empezamos a crear memorias, tener problemas de matrimonio como todos, pero empezamos a crecer como pareja, hasta que llegamos a tener a nuestra bebé, y creo que día a día seguimos creciendo. Y no sé por qué estoy llorando.
You have 20 seconds.
Y para el último, nomás quiero decir que me casé con la mejor mujer que he conocido en mi vida, y estoy feliz de compartir esta mi vida con ella. Esa es mi vida.
So I was born in Mexico. I came to the U.S. when I was 5 years old. I grew up in California, South Central, and I went to elementary school there, did 6th grade there. I really liked the life with, I liked the life. We had a clothing store. Well, my mom had a clothing store out there, and before that during that time she worked at a market, and I would take the bus to and from school when I was in 6th grade by myself, and then we moved to Las Vegas when I was 12 years old. When I was 12 years old, we moved to Las Vegas, and I made new friends, and I really liked it. It was very different. My life was very different, and at that time, my mom got a divorce not too long after we moved, and so it was my mom and my sister and myself, and then she met somebody, and we welcomed him into our lives, and let's see. Then I was in high school. Middle school and high school I did dance. And I wanted to play soccer in high school, but I didn't make the team. And then I graduated from high school with honors. I was a good kid for school. And then I feel like after, it was just me like rebelling, I guess, because I was so good for so many years, and a lot of other bad stuff happened like when I was younger, and I think that I had a lot of anger. And so when I got a little bit older and I was more independent, I started to drink, and had boyfriends, and that was bad. And then finally, I know we knew each other this entire time, and I would go back to Mexico and we would date in the summer. When I was 17, that's when we first started dating. And then we kind of talked about you and I, like what our plans were and whether I was going to move there or you were going to move here. And then you got your visa and you ended up moving here, and you proposed on Christmas Eve. Yeah, Christmas Eve. And that February we were married, and we went to Disneyland, and I didn't want to have kids. I never wanted to have kids. I talked to him and I told him I don't want to have kids. And then a few years passed. I think it was like 5 years after being married. That's when I decided I think it's time, and we started to try for my daughter, and we got pregnant. What is it, 3 months? 3 months after we started trying. And yeah, and then I know you had to go, when I told you that weekend, I think you had to go to Mexico because he bought a car. And then so I was here, and during my pregnancy all I wanted was for you to talk to me. I was attached.
No, I went to Mexico with Luis for
oh yeah, you went
church.
to a conference. Yeah, he went to the conference over at church. That was, and yeah, now we're here. We have our little condo, and I'm working, and I'm making videos for like the 3rd time.
10 seconds.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. And now we're here trying to fall even more in love with each other. I didn't cry. All right. Okay, number 12. If you could wake up tomorrow having gained any one quality or ability, what would it be?
Being smarter.
Smarter, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it? Just being smarter?
Una.
Okay. For me, it would be just having, like, I think just confidence. I think like real confidence, because I feel confident sometimes in certain things.
Not the case.
But just the confidence to really not care about what people think, or not, you know.
But you're learning about that.
Yeah, I'm getting better.
You're getting better.
I am getting better.
Well, she's getting better. Way better.
I am getting a lot better. I'm a rehabilitating people pleaser. So, yeah. So I think that's one of the things. Sometimes when I say no, I'm always like, oh my God, did I say no? And what are they gonna think? And blah 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 blah. And I think that doesn't really happen anymore. I just say no, and I try to be confident with my choice, and you know, if I regret it in the future, then I do, but I try not to regret it in the moment. Yep, so that's the first set of questions. I think these were the easy ones. We haven't read the rest. All right, so we finished the first set of questions, and we're gonna do, I don't know if they did it after, pigeon. I don't know if they did it after every single set of questions. They did like a 4-minute stare into each other's eyes, or if they did it at the end of the 36 questions. We're just gonna do it after every set of questions. So for 4 minutes, we're just gonna stare into each other's eyes. All right, timer again. All right. You can't look away. Are you gonna cry?
No.